Have you got a strategy that's running at the moment and you're kind of like getting a little bit pissed off that people aren't seeming to get it? It's, they're kind of like, what are they not understanding about this one? And here's a challenge for you. It's not that you have a strategy problem. It's probably not that there's a lack of planning. What you have is an alignment problem, that your people aren't aligned with the drive, the commitment, the purpose, the why that you're striving to achieve. They'll sit at the table and nod and say yes, but maybe a case of the level of urgency hasn't quite hit home. It may be a case of the timelines that they, haven't quite hit home. It's the level of kind of like, yeah, let's get some shit done, hasn't quite hit home. And that's because the team hasn't aligned with, the overall driving commitment of the business. Now, here's the question for you. If you are working on a current strategy or you've got a specific purpose in your business, could everyone of your senior leadership team or your management team, or indeed at the board level, right now today, if you went and had a chat with them, sum up in one sentence what that is? And here's the other one. We've got to hold the mirror up and make sure that we can do the same. Now, I suspect you probably can. But could your team? How do we overcome this? Well, one of the greatest ways to overcome it is you've got to have the team internalize and truly get aligned to, what this strategy is, or what the purpose and drive and commitment of the business is. So every time you have a meeting, reinforce it. Start your meetings with the purpose, the why, the outline of the strategy, until it sticks. Do it until it pisses people off, but get that alignment within your business. Now, that's okay if people don't necessarily align to it. That's fine, because if that is the case, then at least we can start to open the discussions of what it is they're not getting, or where they feel that there is improvements. And that's magic. That can open up lots of different opportunities. There is a key, though, at some point, that if they are, in disagreement, at some point they either jump on the wagon and say, okay, look, whilst I disagree, I'm 100% behind it, or we kind of take on board some of what they're saying, or all of what they're saying, and modernize and move forward. Again, magic. These are, the things that can have a massive impact in terms of moving forward. But don't sit there, suffering any strategic lag, any of these problems that you might have because you're not aligned as a team. So one of the aspects and one of the drivers for me as an executive coach is to get leaders back in sync with their teams, to get that level of alignment around your board table. To make sure that we understand the premise of true unity moving forward. So if you think about that now, is there, a strategy challenge in your business? Is there an alignment challenge in your business? And what can you do about it? A thought to ponder. Have a great day.